a troublemaker, girl.
Welcome to Smart Life. I am Dr. Gina, and I am an official troublemaker, and I'm happy about that. The Bowe Bergdahl story has been changing every moment, literally, since we swapped 5 terrorists from Gitmo for what looks like a deserter. Robert Spencer of Jihad Watch has been on top of this story, and he joins us now. Robert Spencer, welcome to Smart Life. Good to have you.
Great to be here. Thank you.
First of all, when we look at what happened with this Bowe Bergdahl, how does someone go through all of that training in the U.S. military, go all the way, on a mission for combat, and decide that he really isn't happy being part of the U.S. military? What's the psychology we're looking at here?
Well, it seems as if he was already sympathetic to the Afghans in a way that made it made him feel as if he was at odds with the objectives of the military there, because he speaks in emails to his father that have now been released that about how the American military is only there for selfish purposes and is not really helping the people, and they need help. And ultimately, it was very clear that his sympathy for the Afghans overwhelmed, and he thought it contradicted his commitment to the U.S. military, because apparently he left a note when he deserted saying that he was deserting and that he was going to try to join up with the Taliban, apparently thinking that that was somehow going to put him in a position better to be able to help Afghans than he was as a member of the American military.
I mean, so you add all this up, plus the people we have that are dead trying to go in and rescue him, allegedly. What is behind this unprecedented move on the part of the Obama administration? Not that they haven't done some crazy, but I'm talking this is a whole new brand of crazy, in my opinion.
Yeah, it sure is. It's very strange, and there's really no explaining it. I mean, he's just aided the enemy in a remarkable way. The 5 Taliban leaders are not kids from the farm who got mixed up with the Taliban and ended up getting captured. They are senior Taliban leaders, a close associate of Osama bin Laden among them, and others who held government positions when the Taliban was in power in Afghanistan. And they're going to go right back to the jihad and endanger and kill as many American soldiers still in Afghanistan as they can. So why on earth would they do this? And then it becomes clear yesterday and today, that the Pentagon had already decided that Bergdahl was a deserter after an investigation several years ago, and that the special forces had found him on several occasions but declined to mount a mission because they knew he was a deserter. And so now Barack Obama pretends not to know any of this and frees a deserter, and somebody also, they have a classified file on him that strongly suggests, I mean, of course, it's classified, but reports from an official who's seen it say that there were strong suspicions that he was collaborating with the enemy. And so what on earth is Barack Obama thinking? Did he think none of this was going to come out? Did he not know about it himself? And everybody would think this was just a feel-good story, and they wouldn't care about the identity of the people involved? That seems to be the only way to make any sense of it, but it's remarkably stupid if that's the case.
Is this an impeachable offense? I mean, if it turns out that he did have the intelligence, he did know that this guy was a deserter, is this impeachable?
Yeah, I think absolutely. I mean, desertion is a crime punishable by death according to the military code. And this is a man who caused the deaths of several other American soldiers in failed attempts to rescue it. And then he's giving aid and comfort to the enemy by freeing their top commanders. I think it's eminently an impeachable offense. Absolutely. I mean, it's high crimes and misdemeanors, right? And what else could qualify if this doesn't?
We're not clairvoyant, Robert, but it seems like some of these things are so infinitely predictable. What are your predictions over the next few days?
My prediction is that this will die down, that the Republicans will fail to mount any effective investigation, and that the whole thing will blow over, and it'll just be another thing on Barack Obama's record that is so egregious as to be eye-popping, but doesn't seem to move anyone to action to mount any genuine impeachment proceedings or even any serious investigation.
Robert Spencer of Jihad Watch, at Jihad Watch RS on Twitter. Thank you so much for joining us.